The show begins!
Welcome back, fellow travellers, for another episode of the Furina Only series. This is the one where we go to Fontaine. But first, it's about time we leveled up Furina. We've been level 15, like adventure rank 15 for a little while. Long enough that actually, having done dailies and other stuff, we're at 19 now. So I'm actually kind of behind on it now. Let's do that first. We've got all the stuff because you get them for doing the trial. So there we go. First ascension.
Really not accustomed to using a vision.
Very nice. Right, and we can level. So I'm just going to use up the medium ones. No reason to use the high ones yet. Doesn't really matter. Put her at 39 and get the rest on the way. Get ourselves our Acquaint Fate for leveling her. And I think the next thing I want to do is level this as well, which will require these. But we can grab them from Marjorie here. So I'm going to grab those. I don't know how much further we're going to level it after this level, but we might as well do this one, and we'll work out the rest some other time. I figured I'd make Furina as powerful as I can before this really long trip. It's a long way. I'm worried. I don't know how well this is going to go, and the extra damage will probably be pretty beneficial. Very nice. What's our attack up to? 470. I should have checked beforehand what it was, but I think it was low 300s, maybe high 200s. It's a decent upgrade anyway. So, challenge today, we're going to Fontaine, but also no sprinting. So this is going to be a long trip. I hope you guys are okay with this. I'm going to go from Mondstadt City to Fontaine City. I guess we get going. So I have to be so careful not to press this sprint button. I'm so unused to not doing this. I did say city to city. That doesn't mean we have to go across the bridge. So let's go this way. Oh my god, I almost pressed sprint immediately. It is taking so much effort to not press this button right now. I am not used to moving this slowly. My main account, I've got Yelan, so I do a heck of a lot of not just sprinting, but super sprinting with her. Oh, might be able to grab that. Maybe it's not too high. But along the way, we're going to try and grab as many teleport points as we can. Oh, can I grab that? Oh, I can. Oh, awesome. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I thought that'd be out of reach. We're going to be grabbing as many shrines as we can along the way. But look at this route we have to take. Through around here, down into Sumeru, up in through the desert, and then all the way into Fontaine itself. It's a long way, and I'm most worried about the distance between this shrine and this shrine. That is a scary part of the map. Lots of desert, lots of stuff that I don't really want to be hit by. I think people said that I am allowed to dodge. There's only like one comment that talks about it. Sprinting is traveling and dodging is avoiding being hit. And although they're the same button, they're different mechanics, so it's not so bad. So I won't be too strict on dodging, but I'll do my best not to. If I'm about to be whacked, then sure, I'll do a good old dodge and try and get out of the way of it. Oh, what's this? Open the chest. Oh, okay. I've got 30 seconds to do something without sprinting. Should be able to do this. Here's hoping. Yeah. Cool. I'll do bits and bobs along the way as well. But not a huge amount, because actually making it is far more important. I think this only marks off one shame point though, so we're going to need another vote for what the next forfeit is. However, the following episode will likely be the second half of the Mondstadt quest. I'm only doing this one now because it feels like I really should get it out of the way. Otherwise, by the end of the Mondstadt quest, maybe I've got another one and we're at 3 shame points. And yeah, that feels like it's getting a bit out of control. I'll have an entire episode of just shame points, which actually isn't a bad way of doing it. We'll just have the full-on shame episode. I'm just chilling out with some music in the background while I'm doing this. You can't hear it. You'll have a load of music from Mondstadt, and then Liyue, and then Sumeru. Ah, got a second one, nice. I'll try and keep the music relevant as we cross to Vat. You can get a nice chilled out atmosphere as we travel all the way from Mondstadt to Fontaine, skipping only Inazuma because they decided to set up shop on the other side of the world. Hopefully I don't get too lost. Southwest seems like a very good option, but I'm worried I'll just get trapped into some funnel of the geography and end up somewhere completely wrong. Oh, it's Celestia. I do hope that after we've done Snezhnaya, that's the next place we go to, or maybe it'll be part of the Snezhnaya storyline. It feels like something that would turn up at the end of the game like that. I mean, once the Tsaritsa has all of the Gnosises, well, it's my first worry about not being able to dodge, or not wanting to dodge. Hopefully I can get away without needing to run. I should really be avoiding combat as much as I can. Happily, this character is quite good at dealing with combat without actually taking part as such. Since I've got all these minions to deal with everything for me. Oh, is there not a chest as part of this? There's just a roadblock with no reward. Oh, that's a shame. I can happily jump up like this, because this is not sprinting, it is climbing fast. Oh, we can deal with these guys. Right, what's our damage like now? It should be a lot higher. Like, the last episode we were just below 5k health, and now we're over 8, so we should have a pretty significant damage increase. Oh, there's some fire totems we will never be activating. And we're heading to Liyue for the first time. Is this wisp gonna head... No, it's heading the wrong way, so I'll deal with that some other time. I said I will try not to dodge. She shouldn't need to, a whole lot. Yeah, we're doing significantly more damage. Very nice. Yeah, a bit of healing going. Oh, what's our healing now? 857. I do not understand why we have no more healing now than when we started the game. Honestly, we've got an extra 50. Hang on, do I already have that teleport? I've already got that one. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, never mind. I remember that. So we got that one when I was trying to get the final pulls for the 10 pull a couple of episodes ago. Every so often, it goes into my mind, sprint, and I have to resist the urge so much. Don't think we're getting that Geoculus just yet, but that shrine looks very inviting right now. I hope everyone enjoyed the way I was telling the story in the previous episode. Actually, you know what? This episode makes for a really nice way of doing kind of a mini podcast. Oh, what? What am I fighting? Oh, you jerks. Go away. There we go. I'm not in combat now, am I? Haha. So yeah, I think this presents a good opportunity to just chat about how things are going. So as I was saying, I do hope you enjoyed the previous episode where I was going through the story for the first time. I haven't seen somebody do an abridged series story playthrough, like rather than a video that was just this is the story so far and showing all the cutscenes, or doing a video where they're like, we went to Mondstadt and we talked to these people and so on. Rather than me doing the story and telling you what's happening as kind of an overdub, I wanted to cut each part of the conversations that we have with characters down to the most important lines, as well as the lines where I've reacted to it in such a way that is hopefully funny, or an opportunity to make a dumb joke or something. So kind of consider the Furina Alone solo Furina challenge as also a bit of an abridged way of watching the entire story unfold, and I will try and keep the story intact as much as I can, while also continuing with the challenge and going through stuff, because I don't want you guys to miss out on the story, because I know a bunch of you are considering this kind of a nostalgia trip, being able to go back to the original places, but with a new character that's just come out, and just seeing how they deal with it and so on. So I figured it's quite important for quite a few of you that you actually get to see the story happen, but I can't just show everything. No one would watch that. Like, episodes can't be like 2 hours long of me just watching cutscenes of people chatting. So I think it's fair enough to kind of cut it down to the core bits and have some fun with it where I can. I am quite tempted to mess around with some of it as well, in situations where I can cut a bit of the story so that it actually means the opposite. So there was a bit where Venti was talking where we got the Liyue back and he said, oh, I don't think we can make this work, and yeah, I'm not going to be able to save to Valden with this. I was very tempted to just cut that conversation there and have it so that it just leave the conversation and say, yeah, he can't do it, sorry, that's it. It's the end of the game. Let me know how much you want me to screw around the story, because we're all veterans here. You're not watching this unless you've already played through a decent proportion of the story, I would imagine. I hope I'm not spoiling this for too many people, but actually playing through and seeing what's going on and all this sort of thing, I thought that'd be kind of important for you guys, or at least entertaining for you guys to actually see the story again, but in a new light and cut down so it's more palatable to video length. Oh, this is getting us a few primo gems as well, which is good. The other thing is, I'm really sorry about this. I don't think we're getting another 10 pull before the end of this banner. At the end of this episode, I think I'll just chuck all my remaining pulls in. I think we can get one more with Star Glitter, but that's about it, because these episodes, I think the last one took about 8-9 hours to edit down, including hatch shenanigans and all that sort of thing, and I can't optimize all of the media in one go in the program I'm using. It just uses up my entire hard drive if I try and put an hour and a half or 2 hours of footage into there at one time at 4K 60 FPS and stuff. I want to make it look as good as possible. I hope people enjoy the 4K, that there are enough of you out there watching in 4K that it's really worth it. I just really love the look of this game at the high resolution. It looks gorgeous. It's such a pretty game. I'll try and get some nice views on the route. Oh, we're under attack. There is a chest down there. Ah, go on then.
Ooh, strike a pose.
I do not want to go underneath that bridge. Come on, guys. Shoot that. Oh, he still got me. Oh, I thought that might unlock something. Or destroy... It would have been nice if it destroyed the bridge. That'd be kind of cool. I wonder if that was a reference to something. A couple of enemy forces underneath the bridge with dynamite ready to take it down. That feels like a reference to something. I'm not sure what the devs were going for. Whether it's a reference to a specific film or just a general... The Hillachurls were trying to destroy the road between Mondstadt and Liyue. I've really enjoyed making the series so far. It's been great. The response I've got from the episodes has been wonderful. All the things that I've put effort into, there's pretty much always been somebody in the comments say I really appreciated that. So yeah, I'm really happy you guys enjoy it, and it really makes me excited to make another episode. I know the views are going to go down and down. That's how series work on YouTube. I'm not expecting it to, you know, continue at the numbers I got from episode 0 and even episode 1, because I know the people that watch it at the very start, there'll be some people that are like, oh, this isn't quite what I wanted from a series and so on. So anyone that's really enjoying it, I really appreciate you being here and following along and letting me know that, yeah, this is something you enjoy. I have tried to do this run once before. I was getting materials for Nouvelet and I needed more, I think it was starfish or something, and I have other alt accounts that I've used for various things that I've never really carried on with, but I tried to use one of them as a second place to get starfish from for Nouvelet, but it's such a massive walk that I think I was half an hour into the run and went, this is not worth it, I'm just going to join some random multiplayer people, and I did that. Whereas now, well, now this is the challenge. Let's head into Liyue. I wonder how many days are going to pass while we're doing this. I won't fiddle the time or anything. I think we headed off during daytime. I should have left at exactly midnight or midday or something just to keep track of it. So we're in Liyue for the first time, in Liyue Harbour. It'd be nice to go back through these places in 4K. The 4K really does benefit it. And sadly, there's a few things you can turn up, but you can't go up to 120 FPS, 144 hertz to get some real nice smooth gameplay out of it. And you can't just turn up some crazy ray tracing option. There is ambient lighting thing that I've got turned on, which is why some of the shadows look really nice. The coloured light reflecting off the buildings just to give you that extra warmth, but there's no kind of crazy cyberpunk-esque super feature that just makes the game look crazy cool but eats all of your graphics card. Oh my god, I'm walking past so many world quests. I haven't done any. I haven't done any of these on-map world quests yet because the main story is more important or leveling the characters more important. I can't prioritize these. I'll have to do them at some point. I can't imagine that people be that bothered about seeing side quests in videos. They're not exactly nostalgic. They're just kind of bits that you go through. And they're generally not voiced either, so it's less of a priority. I am going to get the chest that's in here because I remember having a hard time finding this stuff last time. Oh. Well, I'll take the Geoculus, but we can't activate that. I'm not climbing to the top of there to get that waypoint. I've got too far to go to also climb over mountains. Oh, this recording's been going half an hour so far, and we haven't made it to the chasm yet. I think we're probably like a quarter of the way there, maybe? So there's going to be a lot of editing in this. I'm going to have to ignore a lot of stuff along the way, I think, on this. I can't be doing a load of chests and things. As much as I said I would, it's such a long video. I will not be putting out a full video of this. You just have to take my word for it that I haven't cheated and edited out me running at all. God, I almost pressed sprint again then. Does this go anywhere? I cannot remember. Is it a little tunnel through? Go on then. Yeah, there's a way out the other side. Okay, we'll head through here. I'll beat this guy up. Yeah, mate, I don't actually have to come within that AoE to beat you up. And those guys can just see where you are at all times, so I'm not feeling too hard up on this. Where's he going? I can't necessarily see where you're going, though. I mean, this guy's right here. I might as well... Oh, I really want to dodge. No. Oh my god, I don't like not dodging. As long as I'm attacking him, he shouldn't do... Oh, okay. Ignore what I said.
Stop that!
Oh my god. So I'm trying not to dodge. It is a bit scary. Oh, just made it out of that. There was risk of dying there, but we're alright. Hello! Oh, and we hit 40. There we go. I figured it wasn't worth using that last experience book. And the dawn rises on a new day. Oh, there's another bit we can do. We're all level 30s. 30's not so bad, but it might come to a point further down the line where the damage gets a bit high. Just using the burst to dodge the axe attack there. Some really nice looking chests around here. Oh, there's damage in here though.
Someone help me!
Hopefully the guys will take out the Abyss Mage, and then I will heal. Blocked him on that. Get some healing going. Abyss Mage is down. Okay, we'll go back to attack mode again. Finish him off. Big Herd of Shells down, it sounds like. Yeah, he's been taken out. Oh, can just about dodge without dodging. Fight done. It's getting a little bit more strategic, not being able to dodge. There is a Geocrius up there. I'll get it later. Deal with the ones that go down fairly easily first. Oh, the big shielders. Quite nasty. Come on, go down, go down. There we are. We're going all right. I'm hoping to get through the whole thing without dying. That'd be a pretty decent result on this challenge, but we'll see how it goes. Are we getting to that shrine? Because that's right above where we need to be heading. It might be worth climbing up to it. There are the jumping pads and so on that will get us there faster. I can't remember a good way across the chasm. Hopefully we can just skirt around it a bit and head over to there. I'll take a chunk of money. I'm looking forward to doing the chasm again. It was one of my favorite areas in the game. Inazuma, it wasn't the best expansion. Certainly not for story, although any part of the story that had Raiden in it, as in on screen doing something, was badass, but the stuff around it was a little bit, it was okay. But the chasm and Enkanomiya, two of my favorite areas in the entire game. They were so nice. The atmosphere was so different on them. I absolutely loved them. And I mean the inside of the chasm, although the outside is pretty cool as well, honestly. It's got a real unique landscape to it. This is the sort of challenge that would have made a great live stream or something, but I just don't really have the capacity to do it. I can only really record fairly late in the evening, but I have to kind of sneak in recording sessions when I can, trying to commit to a live stream time so that people can kind of reliably tune in would be quite difficult. I'm also moving house fairly soon, like really soon, like within the next 2 weeks, hopefully. We've had some problems, so it's a stressful time, so I can't commit to things like that. Hopefully I can keep the uploads going with reasonable regularity. I'll do my best, everyone. Where's our next jump pad? Is there another one? There's one. Again, I'm desperate to press the sprint button. I just can't help try and do it. All my muscle memory is telling me to sprint. But yeah, another shrine down. So we've got the chasm. I think it's probably best to head through the tunnel rather than head over, just so we can get the waypoints and so on. Chasm Conqueror. Yeah, I really feel like I've conquered it at this point. There it is, yes. Yeah, it does have the waypoint next to it. Oh, the nostalgia I'm getting running back through these areas that maybe like a year apart between each of these. Going through Liyue for the first time, then through the chasm just before Sumeru, and then heading through here for the first time. Yeah, they're really big moments, some of those. Oh, that speeds me up. Although, hang on, I need to get this chest first. Actually, yeah, Sumeru might not be quite as slow, just because we get to use these, which is nice. Because this isn't sprinting, and it is very quick. Big fan. We go to get another cutscene to say, you can now use Dendro. Nope, didn't see him at all. Oh, yeah, what are you talking about? I found all of the Aranara on my main playthrough, and it was probably the worst thing I ever did in Genshin. Let's head to Sumeru City, that makes the most sense. Can use a couple of these to get around a bit quicker. Grab our first Dendroculus. Across to there. Oh, I almost went for the sprint again then. Like, genuinely, the willpower it needs sometimes to not press that button, far more than I thought it would be. I don't want to trigger the cutscene with the woman further up here. Paimon should say, there's someone in trouble over there, and I will ignore them. There they are. Paimon, you going to tell me how in trouble they look? No? Okay. That's fine. And another teleport waypoint, and our view of Sumeru City for the first time. Very nice. Oh, God, it's gorgeous. The sunset in Sumeru, the tree, Celestia at a pretty odd angle up there in front of the clouds. Bit weird that. Not sure what's going on over there. But yeah, oh, the game really is gorgeous sometimes. I hope they allow us to play at 120 FPS or 144 Hz on PC at some point. Because you get it on mobile, which is weird to me. You can obviously do higher frame rates on PC, just generally, you know, higher than we have at the moment. So it's weird that you're only permitted to do higher than 60 FPS on mobile. Just seems a bit odd to me. If it could only do 60 on anything, that would make more sense to me. Because quite often with games, there's a situation where they've tied some kind of mechanic to the FPS. They assume that you can never go over 60 FPS, and they'll tie some kind of timed mechanic, something that triggers every frame, like a dot or a slow. And if you were to go over that frame rate, you end up with bugs, which is something that I'm fairly experienced with. I worked for Sega for 4 years, and I still work in QA for another company now. So reporting bugs is my life, or my work life anyway. If you wondered what I do when I'm not making little Genshin videos for you lovely people. We'll grab this waypoint as well, and then head to the desert, I think. Something about this slope made it look like she had started running a bit faster for a moment there, but I hadn't pressed the button, so I'm not sure what was going on with that. Right, that shrine off in the distance, is that our next waypoint? It looks like it, because that's going to head out into the desert. I believe at this point we're about halfway, because the desert is big, and the path to Fontaine is pretty big too. Like, traveling from the bottom of Fontaine all the way across to the city, it's fairly large. Hopefully, we should be able to get the aquabus, and it won't be anywhere near as bad. Or, we shouldn't really use the aquabus. That isn't part of the challenge. That's public transport. I think we're running it. I want to be true to the challenge. I don't want to shortchange you. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it as properly as possible, so as few people can kind of say, you didn't quite do this right as possible. We're going well so far. The only times where I've felt in danger were fights I took on deliberately, not because something just blindsided me and knocked me off the cliff or whatever. Although I did actually get knocked off a cliff earlier. Happily, it wasn't too large of a cliff. I am going to steal this guy's money though, and then run away. I'm going to get shot though, aren't I? Oh no, it's an axe wielder. Okay, well, bye. Please don't hurt me. I'm being followed by an axe wielding maniac. I don't actually want to go into that. I know what happens there, but I don't know how it triggers and if it will kind of do something nasty or lock me in or something weird. But we're at another shrine. It's looking very patchy. We missed this one along the way, missed this one, that one, and there's a few waypoints along the way filled in. Now, hopefully I will find myself to the wall where deer hangs out sometimes and grab the waypoint over there. We could head straight through where that weird Aranara place is over there, but I feel like the town on the edge of the desert is a better point to have saved. Oh, that was dangerous. Well, one of us was going to go off the cliff, and it turns out it wasn't me, so sucks to be you, mate. I'm quite lucky this was not kind of flat ground, because I wouldn't have been able to fly over that. That was dangerous. I'm going to head up the cliff. Oh, speed boost. Love it. Oh, maybe we're just going to head through here. Why is the game flashing red? What was going on there? The map was flashing red as if I was getting close to the edge of something. Are we not allowed to go into this section over here? Okay, well, let's head round it anyway. Towards the desert, which is a bit I'm least looking forward to, honestly. One of the weirdest things I've found, I think, this is a bit of a weird tangent, but in Fontaine, they have the aquabus hooked up to the desert, ready to meet me towards the north of the Sumeru desert, to a place where we were literally made fun of for going that route. However, there's no aquabus linked up to the other side of Fontaine, which is really weird to me. Like, surely the main route, the one that they expect people to go, would be the one with the best public transport setup, but it kind of isn't. Weird to me. Oh god, it's misty. Can't see a thing. I have no idea where I am at the moment. Isn't the big tornado thing over there somewhere? Oh, there it is. Wow, what even was back there? God, the weather was awful. Well, I'd like to get the shrine on the edge of this desert. Can't remember exactly where it is, though. There aren't many good waypoints throughout this desert area. It's going to be a real nightmare to get through. And I want to have some good waypoints ready for when we're back here for future quests. There it is. Okay, it's further away than I thought. The desert is probably my least favorite area for this challenge. It's not my least favorite area in the game, I don't think. After 2 desert areas, I thought that a 3rd desert area was a bit much, even though it was quite different. I would have liked to have had a leafy, jungly area to Sumeru to kind of break it up a little bit. It's fine. There we go. We'll use that. Oh, there is a waypoint there. Okay, we'll grab that. I feel like getting these would be beneficial. Skip those guys. Grab this. Oh, I love it when the sandstorm's going. It looks really cool. Anytime where they've used some shading or some different kind of lighting or anything like that to really change the mood on the game, I really appreciate. So the sandstorm, I love. It looks so cool. Along with Enkanamia, not lighting it from the sun, but lighting it from that giant tower with the sun lamp. That was really cool. I love the atmosphere down there, and the music was gorgeous. It had this kind of beautiful, sad feeling to it. Did we take this thing down? I don't like that I can't dodge during this. We'll burst to dodge that one. Oh, go on, get him. I'm just going to go into full, like, run away and wait for him to die mode, I think. I hope that's okay. Oh, because he still hits me. Surely there's a chest for that. Really? Oh man, I got gypped. Okay, they can go and fight stuff if they want to, but I'm out of here. Granted, I'm still going to take damage and I won't get any of the loot. Oh god. I'm being missiled now. Got a whole cacophony of followers right now. Right, I believe we should be getting close to the point where we should be heading off more to the northwest. Wow, Celestia looks really weird from this angle. Like, really weird. I swear we shouldn't be able to see it through the sandstorm, but it's far clearer than you'd expect. Okay, right, I'm looking at the map. We want to... Yes, I'm right. Okay, we need to head over this way. We haven't had a waypoint in ages. Where is another one? This is one heck of a challenge. It's a long trip. There's the waypoint we're looking for. That's the way, isn't it? Yes. Off we go. Don't get me wrong, the desert landscape looks fantastic. It was just a little less exciting to actually explore, whereas Sumeru, the jungle area, was gorgeous. And I've loved Fontaine. Fontaine's been wonderful, especially the underwater. I've seen criticism from people that are like, the underwater combat's not that fun and all this sort of thing, but honestly, it's the most calm, relaxing place in the entire game, and I just love it. Like the music and just the visuals of it, it's just awesome. So yeah, really happy about that. And also, it doesn't have to be crazy in-depth, honestly, for me, just because it's only going to be for one expansion. I can't imagine we're going to get a whole lot more underwater gameplay once we've left Fontaine. Like, that's going to be it. It's a little bit sad for me, just because anyone with Furina, make the most of that talent, because you're not going to use it outside of Fontaine. I can't imagine Natlan, the land of fire and brimstone and volcanoes, is going to be too full of large underwater areas to explore. Though I might be wrong. They might just be quite warm. Oh, new mail. Oh, that reminded me. Wriothesley, look at what he said just before the trip. I'm guessing that you're already quite proficient at harnessing the power of Hydro, but forgive me for reminding you, be careful on your way over. And I'm like, that is absolutely perfect for this episode. So I'll take that. Sorry, Wriothesley. I did mean to take that before we started the trip, but I forgot. That basically summarizes this account entirely. We are very much proficient with Hydro, and it was nice of him to wish us luck for the journey, because yes, it was always going to be a big journey. I did like the look of this area of desert, but it was more desert, so I was like, I'm a bit tired of this now. So yeah, Fontaine was a nice breath of fresh air, especially the transition, the fact that you went through the desert. There was that weird teleport when Dia said, oh, we'll send some mercenaries with you to get you across, and we're like, nope, we don't need help, and then just appeared at the entrance to Fontaine, or at least the bit that overlooks the waterfall in Fontaine. It's like, oh, okay. But yeah, it was still good. And the view up there is gorgeous. I can't wait to get there. We might as well get this chest. And collect some radishes, it seems. Oh, thinking about it, maybe the healing that I received at lower level that was higher, maybe I had a 2-piece set bonus. There was a 20% healing bonus on one of the sets, if I remember rightly, and that might have been why I was healing for more back then. And the extra health isn't adding up to that amount yet, maybe? Right, we'll get this next shrine, and then... Oh, I hate trying to get around these mountains. I still don't know a good way of doing it. It's so awkward. I normally get over these by climbing up onto that tent roof, and then using Kazuha to jump onto those wooden platforms there and climb up. Don't have that option now, so we're going to be going the long way. Oh, I can get that. Always welcome a bit of cash. Hopefully, experience books and money we shouldn't have too much problems on, because we are only really leveling one character. Another question that came up recently is what we're going to do about the Spiral Abyss. We should be able to solo it up to the point where it splits. Floor 3, something like that. It might be floor 4, but I think it's floor 3. But we will solo that best we can. And someone suggested we use solo Furina on each side one at a time, but that would then mean using our resources on the solo Furina account to level up a team that can do the other side, and I feel that goes against what we're doing on the account. Like, yes, it would mean being able to see how well solo Furina could do on each side of the Spiral Abyss as we go, but I'd have to put so much effort into characters that are not Furina that I feel it's not really worth it. We'd have to do so much stuff to help characters other than the Furina get better that it means less time just working on Furina herself. So I think once Abyss level 3 is done, I think that's where that ends. Which is fine. You have to think about this account as doesn't have to do everything. That's not the point of this account. It isn't to try and do literally everything. It's about doing everything that we can do with Furina, I guess is the way of putting it. And discovering what it is that she can and can't do. That's part of it. And then clear as much as the game as we possibly can with just Furina. So I'm looking forward to the story bosses and clearing out the Abyss as much as we can. I haven't slipped yet. I haven't used the sprint yet. I'm somewhat lost though. Hang on. So, oh, we've gone too far. So, yeah, okay, let's head back east. I'm going such a silly route now. I'm heading south. We're meant to be going north. Oh, at least there's some zip lines or whatever they're called to get through here. And we'll grab that shrine. That seems like a good idea. I am so glad I leveled up Furina and my weapon and so on before this, because this could have been a real pain. All these fights, if I was still level 20 with a level 20 weapon, ooh, that could have been a real struggle. What's our best way to get across here? I'm going to climb high as I can. I think we're just going to be aiming for the lowest point over there. I don't think we're going to make it to the top bit, though. Oh, actually, Mihoyo, come on. I'll sing your praises if I can get it. Yes, I can. Good game design, Mihoyo. Love it. Thank you very much. Right, I think we're 75% of the way there. We've just got all that. Right, onward. Guess we're going to climb across those and head up there. Yeah, there's another waypoint over there to grab. Pass by this crazy tree thing. Grab ourselves some money as well. I forgot to delete my optimized media from the previous episode, so I just ran out of room on my hard drive while filming. That was silly. Oh well, no harm done. So when I built this PC, I opted for a processor which is kind of specifically for gaming, basically. What is it? A 7800 3DX or something. Thinking, well, I don't do any 3D rendering or big processing projects, so I guess it doesn't really matter if I get a processor that can do that other stuff. And I figured, oh, I need like a 2 terabyte hard drive because I don't generate that much data on stuff. So yeah, it all seems good. And then I go and I make a new video series, and suddenly I'm running out of hard drive space and the renders are taking quite a while in some cases. Did I mess up? Should I have actually gone for one of these other more expensive processors for this stuff? Silly how fast things changed. I never thought I'd be doing this. I mean, I planned to, because, you know, I set up those 11 accounts in 4.0 when we found out what the anniversary rewards would be. It just seemed like a really good time to do a challenge like that. I'll tell you what, something I hadn't mentioned before, this was originally going to be with Dia. I was going to do this challenge but with Dia, but then we started finding out Dia wasn't really the best character, you know. She has her problems anyway. No shade on anyone that really loves Dia. She's a lovely character. And I was really looking forward to getting her. And then we started seeing what her kit was like, and I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I played her, and I was like, it doesn't really... It really isn't the gameplay for me. Like, okay, well, I'm not going to do this challenge with her. I'm not going to pull for her on my main account. And then Furina came up and was, actually, she looks really good for this. And the anniversary rewards, they lined up really nicely. I might as well do this challenge, actually. If I can't do it in time, then that's fine. Furina suddenly became a character that looked like this was going to be possible. And yeah, this challenge was born. And I hadn't seen anyone else do a specific 5-star challenge, especially one on a free-to-play account, because you have to get so lucky in getting them. I've seen Swords Only, I've seen Catalysts Only, and wonderful challenges, and I've loved watching them. But a free-to-play 5-star specific playthrough, I was like, I've not seen someone do that. That sounds fun. I'm going to give that a go myself. Yeah, I've loved the reaction I've had to it. It's been wonderful. So I shall continue. We'll see how far we can take it. See how good this Furina can get. Oh, this guy's going to be tough. He's got a lot of health. I don't know how much damage he does. I'm a little bit worried. If I just keep wailing on him, hopefully he won't be able to do a whole lot. Oh, he hits hard. Oh, and they're all hydro damage, so I can't actually do a lot to them. Right, go and get him. Come on, take him down. Nice. And another chest. And the view I've been waiting for all this time is just over there, but I'm going to grab this artifact. There we are. Furina's about to get her first look at her country. We're at Fontaine, guys. We made it. We'll head across. I don't have the stamina to fly the entire way, but that's fine. Happily, Furina has her own method to get across. I assume that you still have to do the entire Archon quest up to this point to get the cutscene of Furina turning up and talking to you and all this sort of thing at the start. I'm expecting we're not going to run into a cutscene here, and I'm going to have to be recording for the next 15-20 minutes because we've run into a load of story that is very, very relevant for Furina since it's her Archon quest. There we are. Right, we'll get the shrine at the top there, and then start walking across Fontaine. We shouldn't run into the Archon quest trigger here. We're all the way back with Mondstadt, so that would be bizarre if it did. God, can you imagine if the challenge had been to walk this at this speed? I'm sorry, I'm not willing to do that. Oh, that doesn't come with me. I guess I'm going to get outside the healing area doing this. God, it's the most chill the trip's ever been. Just get to ride a lift for a bit. And we're at Fontaine. Very nice. So it says we have to run all the way across. But Furina should, I swear, we should probably do the last of it underwater? Or, I don't know. I feel like we should be running it. And I'll run along the ground. The challenge was to run all the way to Fontaine. I can say, oh, we made it to Fontaine, so the challenge is done there, but no, we're gonna go all the way to Fontaine City. And I could have got the bus, but that feels like public transport, so I'm not gonna do that. I could swim it, which would be faster, as long as I'm not sprinting, I suppose. I think people would be happy with that as well. But again, I feel like I should do this fully. So we're gonna run for the last, what is it? Probably 10, 15 minutes. We'll get all the way across, and that'll be the end of it. And we'll do a couple of wishes. I'll clear out everything I've got in terms of primos on the account, and you never know. Maybe this can be the summoning ritual for Furina. You have to run the entire way from Mondstadt to Fontaine, and that's the summoning ritual. If I get Furina on the banner after doing this, I dare any other content creator to do the same thing and see if they can get it as well. That'd be so funny. Or anyone in the chat, but don't talk to yourselves. I hope people have enjoyed it. It's been a weird journey. Been a long journey. We've seen some lovely sights. Had a bit of a chat. Hope that was good. I'm wondering if anyone wants me to do a kind of a short video on what my main account's like. I know this is very much a Furina Only series, but I've got a whole lot of stuff on my main account. It feels like a bit of a waste to not make use of it at all. I think I've got 26 characters at 90, 15 5 stars. Yeah, I can reel them off, probably. Furina, Neuvillette, Alhaitham, Nahida, Yoimiya, Eula, Raiden, Zhongli, Kaching, Diluc, Jean, Chi-Chi, and Mona. Tainari, Yilan, of course. Kazuha. Kazuha was the first 5-star I ever got. Well, not the first 5-star I ever got. It's the first banner 5-star I ever got. I got really lucky on the standard banner and got Diluc in about 30 pulls. And then I got Kazuha when I won my 50-50. So I won my first 50-50 and got an early standard 5-star. So count started off really good. I then lost my next 50-50 on the Ayaka banner to Mona, which I was sad about that because I really wanted Ayaka. It meant that I wasn't on a 50-50 for Raiden. And when Raiden turned up, I got 2 of her. I got a 10 pull with 2 Raidens in it. If I do a full video of my main account, I will put that screenshot in because I do still have it somewhere. I think it's on my old PC, but I do have a screenshot of that 10 pull, and my god, it was insane. I couldn't believe that I got two copies of her, which meant when the rerun came round, I was pulling for C2, so I got her C2 then, and when she comes out again, her next rerun, I believe, guessing from the timings and stuff, should be in 4.3, maybe the second half after Navia, and at that point, I'm going to try and get her weapon. I'm just going to roll for the first 5-star weapon that turns up on the weapon banner. If it's Raiden's, I'll be super happy, and if it ends up being another character, hopefully it'll be a character that I will enjoy. Some people are saying it might be Yoimiya, but it might be Ito, or it might be Ayaka. I think I'd take any of their weapons, because I'm building Noelle at the moment because she works well with Furina, and Noelle's a lovely character. I wanted a healer driver for a team with Furina at some point, although my main team with her is Neuvillette, Kazuha, and Charlotte. We're just going to run the last bit over water. There's no land bridge for this bit, so we'll finish this off on sea in the way that only Furina can. And I can play Noelle with my friends when they're playing Navias. I pull for the characters that I really want, that I enjoy playing and are powerful. They don't have to be top tier necessarily, though I have gone for a few of them, obviously. I just want pull for characters with interesting gameplay, or different gameplay at least to some of my other characters. I've got a couple of friends who are both pulling for Navia, and although I really like the look of what Navia will be doing, I'll skip the character so that my friends can have their more unique character because I'm not also going for it, and I'll take a character later on. I'll probably be going for Arlecchino. I think that's my next big character, and I may well pull for C2 plus weapon or something. I don't know. I might go quite heavy on Arlecchino. She looks, she's a badass. She's a real badass. Sorry for all the Furina lovers out there. I do love her as well. I'm doing this entire series because I've really loved her story and the way she plays. We're on the final stretch. I'm going to take the lift up to the top floor and get the shrine outside of the Palais Memoria. Whatever it is. That, I believe, should satisfy everybody on the state of this challenge. I'll claim that as shame point fulfilled. I have not sprinted once, I don't believe. If I have sprinted and I have not noticed, I will spot it in the edit and point it out, and I will do another minor forfeit maybe if that has happened. But I don't believe that I've sprinted the entire time, and this, I believe, counts as going all the way from Mondstadt to Fontaine with no sprints. Oh, Battle Pass is unlocked. Oh, for hitting 20. This must have unlocked level 20. Spiral Abyss unlocked. What a perfect way of finishing that. Isn't that good? If I'd tried to time that, I wouldn't have managed it. Look at that. World level 1, just as we got to Fontaine. Max Adventure rank increased. That's such good timing. That was literally unplannable, I reckon, because I picked up a few chests along the way, picked up a certain number of shrines. There's no way I would have been able to time that. So I'll be able to start doing events as well. So we'll be able to get more primos than I have been for a while. It's a slow start on accounts, but we're getting there. I'm literally going to grab every single primo so that we can get some pulls before the end of this episode. So we have 663 and 5 star glitter. Oh, and achievements as well, actually. If there's ever somewhere to spend our star glitter, it's right here. How many pulls do we have? That's, what's that, like 6 or 7? Here we go. Hail Mary. If we can get a Furina, my God, that would be an amazing end to the episode. I was also pretty happy with hitting Adventure Rank 20 and unlocking those other things. There's more challenges to come, so here we go. Okay, nothing from that. Nothing there. Come on, give us something. One more after this. No, last one. I mean, it's pretty unlikely, but you never know. Nah, never mind. I think that's going to be the last pulls on this banner, and therefore the last pulls until maybe 4.6 or something. But we'll have saved up a whole chunk by then, and we'll give it a good go to get Furina's C1 at that point. Thanks everyone for watching. We got a lot done today. We're all the way at Fontaine now, so we now have access to Furina's boss materials. We managed to make it the entire way without sprinting once, not even dodging once. So I think that's a pretty good success. I'm so sorry that we couldn't get the Furina constellation we were going for, but now that we're Adventure Rank 20, we should be able to get a load more stuff done. We can take on the Spiral Abyss. That should be a pretty cool challenge. I'll look forward to that as well. Next episode, we should be going back and finishing off the Mondstadt quest. Expect lots more hat editing into everything. Yeah, if you felt that this was deserving of a like and subscribe, please throw them in too. Thank you very much again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.